And welcome in another edition of the Round the Horn presented by Coca-Cola, here with the head coach Randy Mazey talking all things West Virginia baseball as the Mountaineers coming off some midweek victories and a series-winning matchup against Oklahoma State last weekend. Last time we were talking, we were trying to get ourselves ready for Big 12 conference play. Since then, we played some pretty good baseball. What do you feel like's changed with your team over the last 7 or 8 days or so?
I think it's your mentality going into our interview last weekend. You had a lot of energy and got us going, and it just transferred right to the team.
Well, I'm glad I can help in any way, shape, or form. You get to win Tuesday versus Marshall, didn't play your best brand of baseball, and then on Wednesday versus Eastern Michigan, able to get a 5-1 victory. Really got things going early. I'm sure it was nice from a head coach's perspective to get a little cushion early in the game and play with the lead for once for a few innings.
Yeah, we haven't done much of that lately. We kind of got in this mode right now that we're winning some one-run games, which is good that you can win them, but it's nice to get some leads sometimes because you feel like you go into every game, no matter who you play right now, it's going to be a close game in the 8th or 9th inning. And at some point you'd like to cruise through one if you could, and we haven't had the luxury of being able to do that. So at some point we're waiting for this offense to break out and throw up double-digit runs against somebody, and hopefully that day will come pretty soon.
All of a sudden, the Mountaineers defensively finding their way onto SportsCenter's top 10 list. Last year it was Taylor Munden and Casey Huth, both number 1 plays. And then on Wednesday night into Thursday morning, you've got Marcus Hinman making a great play, and he's not even your everyday second baseman, getting himself on national TV.
Yeah, that wasn't much of an accident. He's made that exact play before in practice, so he's pretty good at that play. It's just you don't get many opportunities to do that. But, as I looked around the field last night, we started 7 freshmen last night. And when the game ended, I'm looking out there. Cole Austin's playing third base. Had an outstanding game. He's a freshman. Jimmy Galuski's a freshman at shortstop. He's played great all year. And Marcus Inman made some great plays at second. Take him out and put Kyle Gray in there at second base. He's a great defender, and he's a freshman. So that bodes pretty well for the future of the program that you got such quality players that can defend the infield.
Yeah, there's no question about that. Last week when we talked right here, you said Jackson Kramer is about ready to break out. He definitely did last weekend with a couple of home runs, hit .556 for the weekend against Oklahoma State, named Big 12 Player of the Week. Got it going at the right time for you. He seems to like to play the Cowboys in pressure-packed situations, does he not?
He does. Had a great series down there last year. Got a big hit for us. And, with all these freshmen we've got in the lineup, guys like Jackson Kramer and Kyle Davis and Casey Huth are the only older guys in the lineup. I say they're older, but Kyle Davis is just a sophomore and Kramer a junior. But with so many freshmen around you, those guys pretty much have to carry the load for us, and our offense usually goes as Kramer and Davis goes. So the freshmen are doing great offensively. We haven't expected much out of them, but the returning guys who have had success, like Davis and Kramer, need to be consistent and carry that load, and Jackson had a great weekend, and hopefully that'll continue.
The Mountaineers here this weekend at Monongalia County Ballpark against Furman out of the Southern Conference. So we step out of Big 12 conference play on the weekend and take on this Furman team. Your weekend rotation, Chad Donato was so competitive and so good last week against Oklahoma State. Ross Vance seemed to find a little bit of that mojo once again. And then B.J. Myers really had his changeup going Sunday and pitched pretty well, even though we didn't win the game against the Cowboys. How would you grade your weekend guys right now and how they're continuing to improve in your eyes?
In baseball, it's what have you done for me lately kind of thing. And coming off this past weekend, I thought all 3 guys threw really well. So I'd grade them good right now. When we talk next week, we'll see how I grade them. But went into this season thinking that was going to be our strength. Our starting pitching was going to get us deep into games and give us a chance to win every time out. They haven't done that yet this season. So this was the first weekend I thought that all 3 of them threw really well on the same weekend. So if they can continue to do that, that enables us to push Michael Grove to a Tuesday and get some good starts. He threw really well against Marshall Tuesday night. So if your starters can go deep into games, that really preserves the staff and makes for good results usually.
Yep. Coach, great talking to you. Best of luck this weekend.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yep. Comments of the head coach, Randy Mazey. Furman this weekend at Monongalia County Ballpark. With the Coach Randy Mazey, I'm Jeff Colhane. This has been Around the Horn presented by Coca-Cola.